So as you come down and onto your back, bring your right knee into your chest. Yeah. And just hold it here for just a moment. Let the shoulders loop down and back. And so right now we can also think of this as really accessing the ascending colon. And just take about 2 more breaths here. Just feeling the hamstring lengthen, the hip muscles open up in a linear way. And then stretch your right leg towards straight just to start to access the back of the leg muscles a little bit more into the hamstring. And keep the shoulders looped down and away from your ears. Your neck long, and slightly elevate your chin out of your chest just so that the cervical curve can come into your neck. And then lower your right leg and extend the arms out and over your head. And just stretch the whole body from your right foot all the way out through your fingertips. And this is primarily and mostly what you're going to feel just along the right side. And then go ahead and release the legs, lower the arms down by your sides. And tuck your shoulder blades underneath your back. And then flex and point your feet. So just flex and point the feet. So we're working on the neurolymphatics right now. And you might hear the squeaking along the sticky mat, that's fine. Just make sure that you're getting that movement of really totally pointing the toes, called dorsiflexion, and then flexion through the feet. And about 3 more. And what this is also doing is not only the neurolymphatics of the legs, but we're also lengthening and shortening the muscles of the legs. That's great. And we're lengthening and shortening the whole back body to the front body. So you're feeling it from the heels pointing forward. You're feeling the backs of the legs all the way up through the spine, the erector spinae muscles getting long. And then the same thing occurs in the front body. Good. And then bring the left knee into your chest. Loop the shoulders down and away from your ears. Now we're accessing the descending colon. Working the hip muscles from the top of the sacrum down to the sitting bone. The attachments around the back of the hamstrings here. We're not muscling into it, but we're just really firmly, though, pulling the left leg in. And then reach around. Now that we've worked those attachments, the tendons at the sitting bone, we're going to straighten the left leg. I'm just starting to say hello and good morning to this left leg. And bring it in just a little bit more. And there it is. And then lower the left leg slowly and extend the arms out and over the head. And just really feel that stretch. Just honing in right now on the left side of the body. Stretching from the left toes and heel all the way out through the fingertips. Good. And then lower the arms down by your sides. Now this time, as you point your toes, pull your toes in toward your torso, lift your face up and look down at your toes. So now your feet are flexed and you're looking at them, but also maybe think about looping forward with the anterior part of the body, the front body, and then point the toes, pull the chin out of the chest, root the arms down like you're going to go into fish, but it's modified. And then flex, look in. Now we start to speed it up, y'all. And then point and look back. Arms down, chin out of chest, and flex. And point, chin out of chest. Arms are down, really helping to squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other and flex. And point, chin out of chest, fish pose, and flex, core body, and point. 3 more. Flex, look in. Feeling the heat really come into the torso. Point, pull away, and flex. And point, chin out of chest, arms down. Last one, and flex. And point. So that's a really therapeutic way. Bend both knees, put both feet on the floor. Bend your elbows at 90 degrees like a goalpost. Palms are open. And roll the knees to the right. Extend your left arm to straight over your head. So really long now from left knee all the way out through left fingers. It's a really therapeutic way. What I was saying is to do like a mild cat-cow. Now switch, let knees to the left, right arm goes straight, left elbow goes back to 90. And it's extending out now from right knee, right knee out through right fingertips. And switch. So you're really churning around the lower gut. And switch. And of course, the left and right brain really have to work right now on understanding, okay, wow, my knees are going in one direction, my arms going in the other. So it's very mild and very soft palpation in that relationship of left right. 2 more times each side. And switch. Helps to really open up the pelvis here too. There's a gentle massage switch happening along the upper gluteals. And switch. And then this will be the last one. We'll end with the knees to the left, right arm overhead. Good, and then bring it back. Bring your right knee in again, left leg goes straight, but don't hold on to your right leg. Just start to circulate just around your right hip. So we're going in as large of circles as long as your hip doesn't pop or click. We're just moving it around. About 5 more. I'm just really working the glutes here around the pelvis, starting to open up those ligaments and attachments from the thigh and the abdomen where they attach to the hip, and then switch directions. Start to heat up the flow of your breath, so you're breathing in and out with the flow of your leg. Noticing how this sinking of breath and brawn happen. Good, and then lower the right leg straight down. And with your right hand, just go down there to the groin and kind of rub out the inner groin muscles. But really what I'm wanting you to do is feel that lymphatic massage that you give your right hand in the groin. Just let your right leg go straight and just massage it out there. Kind of heated circles with your hand, heating it up, moving lymph. Okay, good. And then left leg in and then roll it around. We'll go lateral first. It's great to let your spine just kind of elevate and then deflate. So it's moving and it's ebbing and flowing. It's extending and flexing with the rolls of your leg. We don't want to hold the back down, in other words. 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and then switch, feeling that churn all the way around the buttocks, the abdomen, the groin. It's a great way to help align the sacrum too, to really where maybe there's a tightness around the lower back from clenching, from a tightening of the tendons around the pelvis or around the vertebrae. They really start to unravel here as we do this simultaneously. Okay, and then stretch your left leg out with your left hand. Go down there and really massage out that groin, those lymph nodes, the attachments. Build some heat in there. Really use your left arm to jiggle it out. Great, and then both feet down and onto the floor. And inhale, root down through your feet, isometrics in your inner knees, and elevate your hips up. Just for a moment here, please. Hug your inner thighs in so that you can feel your bridge pose. And I'll do better, Emma, at saying the name of the pose. And then exhale, lower the hips down. Now we'll sync arms and hips. So inhale, raise the hips up, raise the arms all the way up and over your head. You're in bridge, hug the inner thighs, arms are back. And then exhale, lower the hips and lower the arms. All simultaneous. Inhale, inhale and elevate. Go to the peak of your hips when your arms move back, and then exhale, lower as your sacrum comes down, the arms come down. Everything joins the ground at the same time. Let's sync that. So left brain, right brain. Inhale, inhale, hips up, arms up, back, up and back. Exhale and down. Good. 4 more. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Inhale up. 2 more. Full breath. Exhale down. Notice at the top and the bottom of your breathing that you're creating some retention, some holding. So we inhale up and we hold the breath. We want to feel that through the whole practice. Exhale, lower the hips down, lower the arms down, retain the breath out of the body. Great. Now extend your left leg again, bend your right knee to 90 degrees. Place your right hand to the top of your right thigh. Now imagine that you're pushing a weight, a good 100 pounds with your right foot. So keep the foot flexed and just push the leg forward and back, forward and back. And we just have our hand here as a stop so that we don't swing the knee all the way into the chest. So you don't necessarily need your hand there. I like having it just as it kind of just helps, to keep the leg from coming swinging all the way in, that we're literally using muscle tension when we come to center and stretch when we go out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring the right knee all the way in, lower your arms down, point the toes, and now scoop up, straight right leg up, and then exhale, lower it down. Bend the knee, bring it in, point the toes, and scoop straight up. Exhale, straight down. Inhale in, knee bend. Scoop straight up. Exhale, lower it down. See if you can straighten your left leg, Sheila, and point the toes and scoop and lower. That's it. Beautiful. Inhale and scoop. And that leg is getting a little tired, but we're really working all the elasticity and we're working the capillaries of the leg. 2 more and scoop and down and scoop and down. 1 more just because it's fun. Inhale, scoop and lower, release. Great. Both feet back down on the floor. Inhale and up into your bridge pose, up into your bridge. Walk your feet together though. Squeeze your knees together. Root down through your arms, chin out of your chest. Knees together, feet together. Your ankles are touching. Inhale, pull the knees apart. That's passive. Keep the hips up. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Root the big toes down. Inhale, apart and squeeze. Big toes are down. Pull apart and squeeze. Apart, squeeze. Part, squeeze, adduction. 5 more, squeeze. Imagine that you're really trying to hug a piece of paper between your knees. You're not going to let it go. Passive on the open and active when you squeeze. 3 more. 3, squeeze. 2, and 1, and release the hips down. Grab a hold of your thighs and help it kind of rock you all the way up. So you're not using your straining of your back muscles. Good. And then with your legs extended now, extend your legs out, point your toes, grab a hold of your hands here, lean back just a little, and we're going for 50 times breath of fire. If you're menstruating, don't do this. Just use your core, but not so heavy in the breathing. Okay, here we go. If that strains your back at all, you're welcome to bend your knees. And getting your ankle licked is great. Keep going. Halfway there, think about really bringing that breath into any of this cobwebs of the brain. 10 more, keep going. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Roll over and onto your left side, left side, left side. Keep the left knee bent. You're on your left forearm. Reach back and grab a hold of your right foot and kick back. So really think about opening up the groin from your knee to your right shoulder. Think about a back bend here too. Really hugging the back of your body here. 5, and kick back, kick back. 4, as well, pull the cranium, the back of your head, back a little bit more. 3, kick back a little bit more. 2, 1, and release. Both knees are going to stack the knees. And notice if you need to kind of move your elbow away from you a little bit, inhale and raise the hips up. Raise the right arm up, and if you want a little bit extra, raise your right leg up. Dip the hips down and up 20 times, down and up. Think about right now, the hip and left shoulder, the hip and left knee are aligned here. The right knee and the right leg are not moving at all. Keep going. 10 more, keep going. Right leg, right arm are up unless the right knee needs to come down and join the left. Feel free to. If you need to readjust in midway through, do. Don't strain a joint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down, all the way down and onto your belly, all the way down and onto your belly. And at first, just uncork your legs behind you, bend both knees, grab a hold of the feet from behind you. Let your feet pull your heart open for your very first cobra-like pose. Even though it's Ustrasana, and you're, or Dhanurasana, Dhanurasana, even though it's Dhanurasana, you're thinking about right now using your feet to pull your chest open. 3, hug the shoulder blades toward each other, first heart opener. 2, other than the bridge pose, it's a little bit more forceful, and release. That's it. Lower the legs, stretch your arms out in front of you, way out in front of you. Gaze forward, raise your right leg, left arm, and switch. Switch. So, Melinda, those of you who didn't hear this that are receiving the recording, what we're doing right now is really working on the gut and left brain, right brain. Keep switching. Switch. Switch. 10 more. Keep going. Really work the back of the muscles, the back of the arm and the back of the legs to raise that opposite arm and leg. Switch. Your gaze can be down now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands underneath you. Push up position. Knees are underneath you now. And tuck your right arm underneath. Tuck your right arm underneath for thread the needle pose. Perch up onto your left fingertips and really work the elongation of your right side body, the rotation of your entire right side of your spinal body. Churn the belly with every breath. 5, 3, 2, 1. And release. Both hands out in front of you again. Lower the belly and chest all the way down and onto the floor. Walk the legs toward each other. Uncork them as you go. Stretch the arms back out in front of you. Raise both legs, both arms. On the exhale, we're going to pull the legs apart, pull the elbows like they're going to come down and into the hip pockets. Inhale, look down, stretch forward. You're a long line like you're going to dive, and then pull it all apart. Now incorporate your lion's face. When you pull it apart, lion, inhale together. Inhale together, exhale, lion. 7 more. Really get out and clear the phlegm at the back of the throat. Cross the eyes. 3 more. 2. Last one. Knees down. Your legs are a little bit further apart than usual, but bring the toes together, toe mounds together, but knees are apart. Child's pose. Just stretch it out. Let your head go. Let your arms go and your breath flow in and out. Full body breaths. Full body breaths. See with your mind's eye both the left brain and right brain, very functional and very bright. Using the pressure of the floor to release any furrowing of the brow, any confusion. One more breath. All right, we're going to stay on the right side. Come into tabletop, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips, relax the head, but spread the shoulders. So shoulders are bright and broad. They're bright and strong. 3. It's your first down dog. Just take it easy. Go slow in your body. 2. Shoulders are broad. Elevate your sitting bones up a little bit more. Last one. Your option to raise your right leg into splits is there for you. It's there for you. Otherwise, step the right foot next to the right thumb. Lower the left knee onto the floor. Inhale and come up. Hold it. Interlace your fingers. So in Venus lock, we'll cross the thumbs. Doesn't matter which one. And then take a lean to your right. Inhale up. Exhale as you release your hands. Left hand's going to come on the floor. Left hand's on the floor. And then turn your chest to the right. It's different. It's different than what we're used to doing. It's different. And then switch sides. Lower your right hand down, lift your back leg up, and just take your weight all the way over to the left side. Right knee's on the floor, low lunge. Inhale, climb up, arms over the head. Interlock your fingers, Venus lock. Take a lean to the left. Inhale back through center with grace and ease. Right hand comes somewhere, often over to the right. Turn, rotate using middle upper body. Underarm is really turning toward the left side of the room. Breathe. And lower to switch. Switch sides. Come all the way back in. Low lunge two on the right side. Right knee's in the lunge. Left leg is back behind you. Inhale and come up. Raise the arms up and over your head. Interlace the fingers and lean to the right. Rooting down through your right big toe. 3. Pull the pubic bone up toward the navel and give a little hug to your left glute muscles, to your buttocks. Release the left hand down gracefully. You're on your fingertips. Rotate using middle upper back. Turn the underarm to the right side wall to open up. So you're using the fascia of your right shoulder and underarm to open up the right side waist. You don't have to think about it. Just trust that it's happening and switch. Use that kind of primal movement to switch your way to the other side. Inhale, come up. Arms up, interlock, and lean left. So we're doing this in a repeated fashion that we cannot overstrain the body and say, no, I said open up over here. We're doing it in a repetitious way that says, oh, okay, if you're asking me and you're not forcing me, you're not holding me for long holds when I'm this new in my practice. Inhale up, right fingertips down, rotate, turn the inner arm to the left, bright, open through the left waist. That mild churning and switch. This is the last one. Turn to the right, climb up, arms up, interlock, Venus lock, lean right, 3, pull the pubis up, buttock engaged. As that buttock engaged, you're opening the left groin muscles, 2. Because what you engage on one side, you open on the other. Release the left hand, turn to the right, maybe a little bit more dramatic here, 2. 1, and switch. Use your primal movement. Go to the other side. Inhale, arms up. Notice how long your body is right now. Arms up and lean left. Engage your right buttock muscles to open the right pelvis and anterior perineum. And lower the right hand with grace. Turn left, a little more dramatic. Maybe a little bit more in the middle to lower back. Taking and stretching your ribs from your pelvis to open your diaphragm. Good. And then switch. Move your primal movement all the way back up to the front right foot and then stretch your right leg out. Straight up. Left hamstring. It's all left hamstring here. Consider flipping your right dog. So flip your dog. Your right foot lands behind you. You can also come to tabletop and flip your dog over that way. Either down dog through flipped opening yourself up, also known as wild thing pose. Anything that feels right. Just don't jam your joints through your left elbow or your wrist. And exhale, come down. Good. Come all the way down and onto your back, finding your way where we were in the very beginning. Oh my. Left leg in. Bend the left knee, flex the foot. and push. Keep going. 10, 9, 8. Keep the foot flexed. You're pushing a 100-pound plate away, away. 5 more. Away, away. You'll notice an increasing amount of tone that comes through the legs. Good. Bring the knee in, point the toes down, and we go up to scoop. And keep the legs straight as you lower. Bend the knee and scoop. Up and down. Bring the knee in. Use the muscles to scoop and then the elasticity to lower. Swing. Inhale up and down. And scoop. Straight up, straight down. Knee in. Bring it in. Scoop. Straight leg. Lower down. 3 more. Point and scoop. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Good. And lower release. Woo. It's nice, right? This is the original warm-up that we did. Okay, so that we used to do. Both feet down on the floor. We just haven't done it in a while, but it's still my go-to for every single day of my practice. Both feet down, both arms down. Your feet are in a normal bridge pose position, and then inhale, drive the hips up. Now we're going to drop the left hip, keeping the right hip up, and then switch. Okay, and we're going to do that 10 times both sides. Left hip down, up, right hip down. Keep switching. Try to keep your knees isometrically hugging, but don't force them, because we also want to honor the organic movement that your body needs in order to make these shifts and changes. You might be a little stuck on one side than the other. Keep going. Keep the hips up into full bridge. Don't cheat yourself by giving yourself a lower bridge. Keep going. 5 more each side. 3, 2, we're releasing any of the tension, the tightness, the webbing down there in the lower back. 2, strengthening the glutes. 1, hand on the left and come down. Good. Stay here, stay here, stay here. Same thing with the glutes. Drive the hips up, walk your arms underneath your body, stretch your right leg straight out. You may have needed to walk your left foot in a little bit. Lower and lift the leg 10 times. Lower and lift. You're in bridge. Your right leg is straight. You're lowering and lifting it to parallel thighs, not straight up. 5, 4. Keep pushing down through the entirety of your left foot, but not the arch. 3, 2. Hips are up. 1, right foot down and switch. Left leg straight out, thigh to thigh, and lower and lift. 10, 9, push down through the right foot. 8, 7, drive down through the arms even to help elevate your hips up, not your ribs, but your arms. 5, 4, drive up. 3, you're almost done. 2, and 1. Both feet down. Inhale, up, 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 up. Exhale, come down. Grab a hold of your thighs and scoot your body up, 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 up. So come up to like a Tadasana position, point the toes. If you need to bend your knees, feel free to. We're leaning back about 10 degrees, maybe a little bit more, and then take your hand, one hand on top of the other. Try to do the one that doesn't feel habitual for you. The toes are pointed, the toes are spread, and we're going in little increments, like 6 inches at the most. Breath of fire. Bring it into your gut. Ten more. And release. Lower all the way down. Ooh, yeah. Take a pause and then eventually turn over onto your right side. Take your time, eventually over to your right side. Prop up onto your right forearm. Knees are bent, especially your right knee. Tuck the elbow underneath you to protect you, but to also build shoulder strength, not to over exhaust the shoulder. We don't want to do that. We just want to make it strong. So tuck it in so that you can use the straightness between the elbow all the way up into the very tip top of the shoulder. If you wish to drive your left leg up, feel free to. Left arm is up, and then down and up 20 times. 20. Push the pelvis really forward, not just when you come up, but see if you can keep it forward the whole time. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep the left foot flexed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Okay, pull the right elbow out and away from you a little bit more here. Reach back, grab a hold of the left foot, kick back, lean the head back. Everything's pulling back. If your left knee's kind of hiked up in the air, kind of bring it down a little bit. You just worked the left side and the right side of your outer glutes, the hip muscles here. Glute minimus, medius, tensor fasciae lata, you worked those already. The side waist, the side obliques, you've done that already. So don't do it now. Really use this time to stretch it out. 2, kick back a little bit more. And 1, and release down all the way onto the floor. Belly down, right where you started. Grab a hold of the feet from behind, both of them. And now inhale, we're going to pull up and open the chest, but we're also going to lift the legs this time. 5 breaths. Legs up, chest up. Feel free to just look down or look forward. 5. Hug everything isometrically from your inner thighs to your shoulder blades. 4. See the brightness come into your face. See the brightness come into your brain. Drive the legs up. Moving out all the webbing of that amyloid beta I was talking about earlier. Drive up a little bit more. Drive up, drive up, drive up, and release. All right. Both arms out in front of you. Uncork the legs. Walk them back. Walk them back so it feels like we child's posed. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Right now, instead of looking forward, so we're not cranking the neck, look downward. Raise your right leg, left arm, and switch. 10, just 10, 8, switch. Use the back muscles of the arms. Keep going. 5, 4, 3. You've done it before. We're just doing half of that. 2, and 1. Okay, arms up, pull everything apart, lion's face. You already know how to do it. We're doing 10 of them. Pull it together, look down. 4 more. Both hands underneath you. You are in a wide knee position, but bring the knees inward a little bit. Right hand on the ground. We're going to take and tuck the left arm underneath. We didn't take the break earlier. We're taking it now. Breathe. You're up on your fingertips. You're up on your right fingertips and really working left arm down to look up. Slow the breathing down. You're always in control. You always know how to go back into the tap of your flow. One more deep breath. Good, and release. But release onto still staying on all fours, but down and onto your forearms here. Bring the right knee in, and we're going to switch it in just a moment. The left leg's going to move back, look forward, and then whenever the left knee comes in, we tuck the chin into the knee. We're going to do this 10 times. Left leg goes way up, really work the buttocks, the back, and the hamstring. Calf too, right? Looking forward, exhale in. Inhale, take it back, flex the foot. Exhale in, point the toes, flex the foot, look up. Exhale. Hear and feel that grunt through the back of the throat. Inhale apart. Creating the strength both in the front and the back of the body. So this is balance, front and back. 2 more. Flex the foot when it goes back. Last one. And release the left knee down. Go ahead and just switch immediately. Right leg moves back. Let's go ahead and flex the foot as you look forward. You can feel that tension pull all the way out and through your shoulders. Exhale, point as you come in. Squeeze in. Chin to knee, toes are pointed. Take it back, flex the foot, look up. It's good every single day that we have a little bit of sweat. That's the Vedic way. That's the Ayurvedic way. In order to keep our body detoxified, clean, and pure, we know that we need this for our brain to exercise every day. Flex the foot when it goes back. That's using your brain. Squeeze in 3 more. Having systems that are not always the same every day. Come all the way up, sit on your toes if you can. All right. Hands onto your waist, inhale and come up. Flip the fingertips down toward the tailbone. Hug the shoulder blades toward each other. It's no different than what you did on your belly. Start to maybe work one hand down and back onto your heel, then the other heel, or not. Keep them on the lower back and just feel those hands stretching your sacrum away from the lower floating ribs. 3, stretch the gut. Stretch the whole pubis and inguinal area. 2, last breath. 1, and release the hips down and back. Downward facing dog. Find your downward facing dog. Let the head go. Everything has been kind of in a back bend-like position. See if you can use this down dog like a child's pose position. Without pressure in your hands. 1 more deep breath. Consider raising your left leg up now, or not. If you're not, that's totally fine. But we are going to step the left foot now between both hands, not beside your left thumb, but between both hands. Come all the way up into Warrior 2. Lean back, reverse your warrior. Don't put pressure in your right knee, please. Left forearm on your left thigh. Sweep the right arm in front of your face. Look up. Long in your right body. And twist. Right hand down, back heel up, and turn. Raise your left arm. Y'all know this motion. Work your way. Primal movement. You're just in the forest. Come all the way up, Warrior 2. Lean it back. Right forearm on the thigh. The thigh never moves. It's like that knee is in a fixed position. Left arm over the head and the face. Turn your body open, look up. Left hand down, pick the back heel up, right arm up, twist. All right, primal movement, but we're not going to go to the other side and hold. We're just going to go primal movement to your left, primal movement to your right, and just move around here. Just feel your body flowing from side to side. Maybe there's something else you want to do, kind of play around. Just moving left to right. Play around. Or maybe gather, and like you're putting it in your pocket, in your hip. About 3 more each side. And then come all the way up. Yes, heels in, toes out, and come into a standing squat. Good, and in your standing squat position, let the shoulders just shrug up near the ears. The knees are back. And take 5 breaths here. Big toes are down, small toes are elevated, except that baby toe is down. Shoulders are shrugged up near the ears. So we're stretching the fascia all the way along the erectors, that longissimus muscle, all the way down the spine. Sink the hips a little bit more. Really stretch out the fascia now from the perineum to the hamstring, from the hamstring to the back of the knee. Good, and then inhale and come all the way up. We're going to bend the left knee. We'll bend your left knee and just punch the space. So just going back and forth 10 times each side. Really churn around the abdomen, pull the pubic bone up toward the navel as you move here from side to side. No strain on your knees. You're just thinking about right now getting rib rotation, churning of the abdomen, and using both again, the left brain, right brain. Pick a spot on the wall. We're not going to stop at 10 after all. Pick a spot on the wall and find that spot every time you go left to right. Keep crown head over your tailbone. Now about 5 more. Every time, pick the same spot. This is more that brain training. 3, 2, 1, and come up. Interlace your fingers behind your body, hug the shoulder blades, parallel your feet. If nothing else, actually pigeon toe in a little bit. Hinge at the hips, hinge at the hips, hinge at the hips. As long as you're not dizzy, roll the arms over the back of your head. 5, 4, heels are down, sitting bones are high. If your hips are back, you don't feel the hamstrings so much. See if you can kind of pull your torso and hips a little more forward without falling. 2, last breath. Release your head down to look at the floor. Your arms come back onto your back. Find the floor with both of your hands. Pop your feet together and sit down. Ah, stack your shins. So see if you can stack your left shin over your right shin. If that's just way too much for your body right now, then let the knee be upright, or even find some position with your legs that you can still feel this lateral side of your left thigh from knee to your hip open up and elongate for you. Stacked shin, fire log pose is great. Pull the buttock flesh back. Stay on your fingertips, long spine, and then start a descent, a forward fold. No sickling in your ankles. So really push the outer edges of your feet, the right one into the floor, the left one into your right thigh, and forward bend for 5. You should be able to feel it down that entire left lateral leg, possibly into your right as well. But we're lengthening the flesh, the tightness, the binding around the sacrum. We're lengthening that out here. Nice hip opener. Inhale, lift the face and come up. And then exhale and release and switch to the other leg. Flex the feet, move the buttock flesh back. We have to do that each time. Okay, and then keep the feet flexed or whatever position that you're using right now. And find this next side. So some interesting details that are happening in your body, just be aware of that. Like, oh, that's food for thought. That's information for me. But I can do some other things that will really help to open and lengthen out. For me, for example, my right lateral thigh was really open. My left one is really tight, even though I'm mirroring you right on left. It can have some explanation of maybe what's happening on the cross on the opposite side of your body. Just good information in general. One more deep breath. Good, and then inhale and come all the way up into your seat. Great. So one thing that we usually do is we do this whenever we're in a crouched position, like standing, squatting. But I'm going to turn to the side and I'm going to invite you in your comfortable seat so you can move your legs now into more of a Sukhasana. And as you move into this next one, we're going to exhale all the air. My hand's behind me just for showing purposes. We're going to exhale all the air and kind of flex the spine a little bit and pull the navel up, and like you're pulling it up into your heart. So y'all know this one already, Uddiyana. And then inhale and lengthen. Just to inhale, and then exhale all the air, just kind of round, feeling the pelvis climb up toward the ribs, and then pull the navel back and up. A long Uddiyana Bandha hold, creating internal suction. Inhale and open up. You can relax Mula Bandha here. And then as yogis, y'all already know that innately you're creating that urethra to sitting bone hug, that Mula Bandha. Exhale all the air out, pull the navel back and up. And inhale back in. 3 more. Exhale all the air out. It can be out of your mouth. Pull the navel back and up. Hold it out. There's your long retention. Inhale, open the belly. Roll the shoulders back. Super therapeutic for the lower back here. 2 more. Exhale out. Suction in and suction up. Inhale. Think about all the tone that's happening, y'all, as you're hugging around those lower pelvic muscles and then pulling them upward, opposing gravity. Last one. Inhale back up into your seat. And now alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to pick a hand. I'm going to use my left hand because I really want to work the left brain, right brain. So it's easy for me to just go for my right all the time. This means that whenever we're doing anything that's rudimentary, that we start to use our other hand to, like, okay, I've got to incorporate the right side of my brain by using my left hand more instead of just always picking what's easy. Instead, picking things that are a little more challenging, okay? So for me, I'm using my left hand because I'm right-handed. I'm going to place my peace fingers inside of my palm, thumb up, come to the tip top of your nose. Again, more toward the bridge, not toward the skin. Y'all know this already. Lift the skin of the ring finger side, lift the skin and inhale. Pull the back of your head back, switch to exhale. Now get the bandhas going. Inhale here, Mula Bandha. Keep Mula Bandha because we're doing pranayama. Switch, exhale, navel back. Navel up. Stay here, inhale. Mula Bandha, it can be challenging, but that's what we love. Switch, exhale. Navel back and up. Stay here, inhale, Mula Bandha. Switch, exhale. Navel locking up. Keep Mula Bandha, inhale. Switch, exhale. Suction up. Stay here, inhale. Just stay in the flow, switching to exhale. Switch to exhale. Don't forget your Mula Bandha. I know it's challenging. Switch to exhale. We want to play with what is challenging. We're flossing the brain with the breath. Navel lock on the exhale. Switch to exhale. Inhale. Just one more. Switch to exhale. Navel lock and hold it. Keep Mula Bandha. Lower the hand. Stay in your lock. Inhale deeply. And exhale, lower down onto your back. As you lower down and onto your back, just take a pause. Let it all digest. Little brain balancing here. Bending just at the closest joint. Raise your left hand. Raise your right leg. Raise your right arm. Lower your left hand. Lower your right leg. Raise your left arm. Raise your left leg. Lower your left leg. Lower your left arm. Raise your right leg. Raise your left hand. Lower your right leg. Raise your left leg. Lower your left leg. Lower your left hand. Raise your right leg. Lower your right leg. Lower your right arm. And release. Open your eyes. Look at the ceiling. Look to the left, to the right. Both eyes. Left, right. Look up, down, left, right, left, up, left, right, lower, right, up, left, down, up, left, right, up, down. Cross your eyes. Relax and cross them the other way. Working those optic nerves. And release. Release the arms, untuck them, untuck your shoulder blades, and maybe even grab your sticky mat to tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Uncork your legs here. If you need anything else, feel free to give it to yourself. Chin out of your chest. Exhale all the air. Inhale in deeply. Hold your breath at the top. Exhale out all the way. Inhale just into the belly. Exhale out of the belly. Inhale into the belly and the lower ribs. Exhale out of the lower ribs and the belly. Inhale into the belly, the low ribs, and now the side ribs, like the sides, like they're handles on the sides, elevating up. Lower the side ribs, then the low ribs, then the belly. Inhale, belly, low ribs, side ribs. Exhale, side, lower belly. Inhale, belly, low ribs, side ribs, lungs. Fill up the lower back. Exhale, lungs, side ribs, low ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, low ribs, side ribs, lungs, up into your collarbones. Fill up the lower back. Exhale, collarbones, lungs, side ribs, low ribs, belly. Inhale all the way from belly, low ribs, side ribs, lungs, collarbones, now into your neck and head. Feel bright, balanced, from the head out through the neck all the way down. From the belly all the way up, fill up the vessel. Breathe into the shoulders, breathe into the low back. Bright in the head, exhale from the top down. Now you can stay with this or just let the breath fall away for a moment. If you noticed there was a sticky spot in there, then and go back into that spot. Play with that energy in your body until it releases for you and with you. Let the control of your breathing fall away. Let any tension or tensions in your body fall away. Bending your left knee, folding your body all the way over to the side. Let your forehead touch the floor in prostration. And gratitude for enlightenment, for intuition, clarity, for making choices that are righteous, even when they're hard. And come up into your seat, find your seat, whatever that is for you. Maybe you want to switch it and switch and sit to in Virasana instead, on your heels. Find yourself lined up, back of the heart back, head back. All the opposite patterns that you would normally sit in. Find the new one that feels right, even if it's challenging. Let us om together one long time. So inhale and hold your breath as long as you can. Hold it and then release it with as loud or as soft of an om, but really vibrate this om through your whole body. You can trust yourself. It is absolutely imperative that you trust yourself. Namaste.